Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Duskers. Oh, new galaxy, or new system, new opportunities. The last episode we ended with a Class C private ship. And we really need to find ourselves an even better ship than what we currently have, because we don't have any mod slots. I mean, it was an upgrade over what we had, because the old ship was literally falling apart. But we need something better now. So, but this, if you look at this system, things are spread out quite a bit. I mean, on the right hand side over here, there's a trading post. That's very interesting, but it's gonna cost us 4 propulsion fuels to get there, and we only have 6 plus 1, so we got 7 in total. So we spent 4 points to get here, and then we can go here to this barge, and then if we get 1 more, we can get to the Stargate and jump to a different universe. Which I'm not particularly enthusiastic about, because then we would be missing out on so many other ships. So alternatively, if you go from here, up here, we get a Class A space station. That's gonna fill a complete episode though, so that's always a nice to do. After that, we still have 4 plus 1 fuel over. So what we could do is jump over to this. This is a medical ship. For one of the objectives, we actually need to board a medical ship, so that's potentially interesting. And then after that, we can either go here. Oh, we could also jump from here, from the space station. We could jump over to the Voyager over here, the Class B medical ship. Then jump there, but again, it's going to be very, very fuel intensive. So skipping out on the ship all the way on the left side here, and just basically going space station, and then going up here, and then just follow the path as long as we have fuel, and then we just jump to a different galaxy. That seems like a better idea from using all the content that's available. So for now, let's jump over to the space station. So we have our regular scouting crew along with us. Everything's been repaired, everything is good. So let's go in. This is H210, so it's volatile. So there's probably going to be doors blowing up, malfunctioning, corruption, or asteroids hitting, radiation floods, all the good stuff of life. Okay, no logs, 1 infection type. So let's see what we have. Let's begin, shall we? Okay, so there's a lot of rooms connected to the power, that's positive. Also, there is more rooms to the left here. So, oh, it's a Class A. Class A tends to get large. So we know this is an airlock, so that's the upper bound. This is the right side, so everything's going to be to the bottom left of here. Mouse once again gets stuck behind Tim, because that's what mouse does. Let's see, we have an interface, let's use it. Let's see what we have. Ooh. Activate defenses. There are no defenses that we know of. Let's do a survey. Ooh. Survey is very nice once you have it, because then you know actually where all the rooms are. So we go all the way up to room 20. That means there is 19 rooms plus our spaceship over here. And we've powered basically the upper right hand quarter of the area. So let's continue scouting. Found a little bit of scrap. Already have a lot of scrap, but you never have enough, because eventually you will need to repair like 2 or 3 modules all at once, and then you definitely want to have all the scrap. So let's navigate Tweaky to room 2 for some motion scanning. It's a very nice position. We have a lot of rooms that we can scan from there. So room 3 seems to be clear. Let's go there first. Hey, we found Abby. Anything else? Nope. So we can actually tow Abby back, which is good, since she's got a broken sonic module on board. So let's see, navigate, mouse back to home, then we can have a look. So we know this room is now clear, so we have 2 rooms that we can actually move mouse over to, or Twiki to, for scanning. So let's move Twiki to room 5. You stop. Well, actually, let's not stop towing just yet, put you in the corner. Then we can more safely enter and exit the area. Okay, so we do a motion and we found our first baddie. So that's also good. Now we have confirmation that enemies actually move and that they can be spotted. Because some enemy types like to stand really nice and quiet and they pounce your head off. That door is no longer responding. Okay, that's very good. Nice thing is, we know there is nothing on this side of the room. Well, unless of course there are flies and vents. Or swarms and vents. There's a power socket here. An interface. We don't have remote power, so we would actually need to move Sarah over to power this, which is probably a good idea. So navigate Sarah over to room 13. And degenerate, and then we can do an interface. Interface. So, doesn't appear like there are any defenses connected to here either. Already did a survey, so we're not going to find anything new. Okay. So, all the rooms that have been discovered so far are clear, so we can navigate Twiki to room 13 and repeat our checker from there. Also, let's flag room 4, because you know there's something scary in there. Okay, so that's going to be the same result. Haven't been able to get a scan on this room. We can also navigate Twiki to room 3. See what's up in room 17. I'm probably just going to end up putting Tim with a turret in front of door 19 here. Oh, that is when Tim recovers his vision. Okay, room 17 is also clear, so we navigate Twiki to room 3 as well. Yeah, that's room 3. A sip of coffee while waiting for that. Right, mouse. Save room. Let's scout. Hey, wow, another one. Robbie. So, what's your status? You got a Sonic. Are you broken or are you towable? Wow, 2 towable drones. So we navigate mouse back to the ship. This is quite a jackpot, because we can actually take both of the drones and just melt them down into scrap. After removing their modules, of course. Okay, stop towing. This is why you keep some extra spare slots for on your ship, so you can actually stash away drones you find. Which is also why you want to just scrap some drones for, well, scrap when you are running full. Okay, so we have the scary thing over there. Let's actually navigate Sarah back to room 2. Thinking I'm gonna set up a turret formation to attack whatever is in here. I don't want my generator drone anywhere near. Especially because this room is remotely powered. So we sent Tim out to room 13. Also, let's navigate Twiki back to room 5. Close the door. Tim is all alone. This bad, scary world. So, doors are a bit weird in terms of vision and such, so just place the turrets directly outside of the door. Activate the turret, open up the door, and see what the enemy is. I was gonna say, see what the enemy is. Oh, it's one of those chargers. Took 20 damage. Okay, so we know if we see enemies, they're gonna be this guy, and we take 20 damage every time we shoot him. That's... oh, it's gonna cost us 2 scrap, basically. If we break it down to bare economics. Look, it's an interface. Okay, so sure, try defenses. There we haven't found any defenses yet, so not really gonna yield anything, but what I will do is we send Twiki out. See if we can do more detecting. Alright, we can't. So that will fall back to plan B. Put you down here, close the door behind you. Send mouse out. Tim is still set up as a defense cannon, so he's just guarding the exit. So what we can do is we also open up doors. And if something scary goes into the room, the motion sensor will pick it up, after which it will move over here and Tim will shoot it. All we have to do is keep a very good eye on the health of Tim. I was gonna say, let's close the door behind it. Yes, and we lost another 20 health and we killed it. So that is consistent. I suppose that's a good thing. Consistency. Teeny tiny room. Right, so this might be something that we can do some scanning on to just exclude some rooms as being not dangerous. On the other hand, we haven't been to room 8 and room 6 yet, so I might as well do some clearing of that. Let's see, close that one off, close that one off. Let's open up door 15. That's also a way to just lure stuff in and kill it. It's too bad I can't get a scan on either of these rooms, so. So far, so nothing. Sarah went blind. Let's do some scouting. Okay, so nothing here. Interface is not powered, of course. This is a different section of the level. Actually, I can just close off door 35, make this a very long fleeing corridor. I mean, if it's gonna shoot, I actually have an opportunity to get away, if there's something scary here. So yes, let's try a different style of scouting. Oh, so far, no enemies. That's very positive. We still have to explore that room. And down here we need to power things. That's what happens when we go there. So let's finish exploring the upper part of the map before we move down. So we send Tim over to room 3. Okay, set up a nice death trap there. Also we need to actually open up a door. Yes. Navigate mouse there as well. And Tweaky as well. So basically everybody except for Sarah, because Sarah is powering the entire party. Tim, don't get stuck on doors. Set up a turret. Actually, like so. It's clear. Yes, it's clear. Alright. I think we have explored all the rooms that are powered. Oh, we can go into room 12. Then we actually have something that unifies this, because there's a bit of a hole that we can't go through. So, Tim, set up a gun. So, door 18 no longer responds. That's down there. Okay, so Tim is now down to 60 health. Means we can kill 2 more enemies before we need to hand the gun over to someone else. And then Tim will be at 20 health. Yeah. Let's see if this room was worth it. And with the purple robots, at least you get scrap if you kill them. These guys, all you take is damage, you don't even get scrap as rewards. So now it is time to send Sarah over to room 13, because we have literally explored everything else. Generate power. Okay, so we can open up. Oh, we can actually open up into there, and then via room 17 we can open up into there, so we can actually clear out another 2 small rooms. Okay, so we need Tim. We need you to protect our fellow drones. Small room, right? Yeah, so it's clear. We found a turret. Awesome. And fuel. Ooh, 2 days of propulsion fuel. That's nice, so that means we can visit another ship. And we got guns. Now all we need is power for the guns. What? Oh god, being too slow again. So something up here is going to be hit in the next 2 minutes. So that's basically close that one. Dock up here. Also we navigate Sarah back to room 2. We need to power this up to send our drones out. Navigate Tweaky to room 17. We navigate... Yep. Generate power. Okay. Close everything. Okay, good. Then I need to route... let's see, dock back on A1. Navigate Sarah back home. The thing is, this is open corridor. So I have a big problem if anything here goes, if anything here gets hit or lost. Actually, I'm already stuffed since I have 3 drones inside of here. Oh, this was a very, very bad mistake. Okay, lesson learned. Always have a... Oh wait, I can actually extract all my drones. That works. Just the lack of color is a bit... navigate 3 back to room 1. Just for now, just extracting everybody. I should actually dock on room 3. The thing is, everybody is connected to it. Fuck no. Okay, everybody navigate 1 and 4 to room 3. Dock A4. I have an issue here. I have a big issue. Everybody exit. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Tim is already hurt. Get out. Whew. Okay, I saved the drones. How's the damage? Tim only lost 6 points of damage, that's good. Downside is that half of the ship is now radiation flooded. Okay, so... Well, we can work with this. We can still work with this. We have a couple of other exits we haven't docked with yet, so we can just basically see if we can find a power socket for any of the unscouted rooms, connect, and just go on. I mean, this is only the only flooded spaces we've already been to, so nothing was really lost. And I'm very happy I moved all the trash drones to the back because it's very bunched up in the front here now. There's a lot of beeping going on because all the rooms are getting completely flooded. Okay, so Mouse, you are 80 out of 90. Sarah, you're doing very good. Twiki, the sensor drones. I probably just want to put you in the back here for now and say, hey, you have a motion sensor, use it. Then we'll just see if any of the rooms here is penetrable. Tim, you are really badly hurt. So, Sarah and Tim, you swap some things out. So turret has 37 charges remaining. Okay, so Tim, for now, just gotta keep you in the back. You're blind anyway. Okay, dock A6. I mean, if we don't have to blindly go in somewhere guns blazing, so to say, that has my preference. But I will understand that might not always be possible. Okay, we have a clear entrance, that's good. And it has a power socket. Awesome. Also means Sarah can no longer be our combat drone because she needs to... Oh wait, actually. Okay, Tim is kind of blind. So, go back to Tim. Swap. So, we just swapped their function. So, Tim, you get a generator. Sarah, you have a turret, you have a teleport, and you have a stun. Sarah is now our combat drone and Tim is now our generator. So we can navigate our generator to room 15. So. And then we tell generate. Okay. Okay, so also I'm gonna send Mouse back to the ship. Mouse and autopiloting. Oh wow, I managed to identify a vent through the wall. That's pretty interesting. So So we can still dock on A9 and an A2, just to scout out room 10 and room 9. Okay, impenetrable, dock A2. Okay, so A7 is going to be our entry point. Well, actually, if we keep that as a closed off room for now, then we know we can just generate power there and not have that be disturbed. So let's actually enter here in A2. So that means Sarah is going to be set up as in a combat position. Turret blazing. Mouse is just bravely hiding behind Sarah. And then give this a couple seconds. No enemy here, that's good. Let's see, so all we need to do is scout this room because everything else we've already scouted. Hey, actually, we can go up here because we've been here, but this interface is now powered. There are no powered defenses in this grid, so that means there's not going to be a gun in here. Also, we've not been in there yet. Alright, let's just back off a little bit and open up door 33. It's a relatively large room. It might take a while for something to get through. I think what happens if mouse is in between the enemy and the turret. Imagine that might not be entirely pleasant. Guess for this level we don't have to find out. Again, nothing to do. So there's one room with a defense cannon that's all the way up there. We have left to explore these 4 rooms. So let's move over. Let's see, we will just go in guns blazing from that side, so we can dock on A6. I'll open up door 21 and we can navigate mouse back to room 15. Open up door A6, let that just be that's the thing. If something is in room 20, eventually it's gonna get curious and try to get into the ship. Twiki is just motion sensing here. So far so good, right? Alright, I'm getting impatient. I'm gonna go in. And it was a clear room. With a broken interface? Yes. Okay, so this is an unpowered door, so I can't actually get in from here. That's annoying. Alright, so final room, we can dock on A3. That's over here. Then we open up door A3, looking from Sarah's perspective. Because the whole thing here with the door not being powered, I can't get in there with mouse from the side. Hey, so far so good. Let's just drive in. If I see something move, activate turret. Hey, power. That's very welcome. Okay, so there's one room remaining. That's... Oh wait, there's two rooms. There's also room 18 over there. Now of course I don't have a power generator, so let's see. A3, then we dock back on A7. Open up door 27, navigate 1 and 4 to room 1. Open up A7 of course. Okay, everybody on board. Dock on A3. I think this is the most docking and redocking I've done in any single episode. Just because the entry point basically got smashed by a meteorite or an asteroid. Okay, generated the power. Let's do some Sarah scouting. Let's just send in mouse. Wait, what? What? How is this possible? Why didn't Sarah shoot him? I had the turrets activated and everything. And she's had 110 health. Was it because this box-like floor texture was actually an obstacle or something? Okay, this feels wrong. We have Twiki who's got a pry bar. Okay, so this is what you get for not playing the defensive game. You just got completely fucked over. Well, actually I thought I was playing the defensive game with a turret, of course. You know, trade 20 health for getting hit by one of these guys, but... Well, if there's one thing this game is good at, it's evoking emotion. Though it's often in the paranoia, despair and frustration department, but it really does push all the buttons very well. I don't want to leave without my drones. So we got a motion sensor, we got a pry bar, and we have sensors. Which means I can use the pry bar to basically get into places. The thing is I don't have spare weapons or... Okay, so what? Let's see. Dock on A7. I'm gonna set up a trap. I've got motion sensors and I have the pry bar which I can use to force open doors. So... Twiki, you're gonna be a hero. Oh, also, what do we have to swap with? Pulse organic threats. Wait, there are two sonics. So, my plan is to set up a sensor in the back here. So it's gonna make a nice path of sensors everywhere. So we can see where the enemy is. Okay. Okay. So then we have, let's see, we close off A7, we dock on A6. Okay, A6 is open as well. And first I need to get rid of some things I'm not gonna use in this operation. So I use the pry bar. I'm not gonna use the motion sensor. I'm not gonna drop sensors. So the thing is, this is a rescue operation. I need the tow module, but more importantly, I probably want the turret as well. So Sarah is down here. Mouse has the tow. Sarah has a turret. I need the turret to shoot the thing. Alternatively, Tim has the generator. So if I can grab the generator from Tim, then run over, start generating, I can close the door that I just pried open. My plan is to have the monster just lure away, and once he's in here, set my plan in action by boarding from the side. So all I need here is a pry bar. Okay, let's have a quick look, see where the enemy is. Can I see him? Okay, he's there. So the moment the enemy moves up, then the maximum distance is there, so I know I can start on my plan. Okay, so that's gonna be now. So pry, door 48. Okay, we dock on A3. This is one of the most eventful episodes so far. Okay, there you are. Okay, good. Go down then. Can I see you? Yeah. He's gonna go up again. Good. I pick a direction at random, of course, so there's a 50-50 chance of him going either up or down. So this is also why scouting with having motion sensors or something in one room and then opening a door and then waiting a while, why it's inherently unreliable, because monster movement patterns are not predictable. There is a chance they'll just go back into the room they came from rather than moving onwards to another room. Come on, don't you see the door? There's a door, you want to go to the door. Please go to the door. Come on. Please go down. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Maybe he's onto my plan. Maybe he knows he's being set up. He's intentionally taunting me. He's standing there for quite a while. So, what's he doing? What's he thinking? What would a red and yellow leaper monster thing think? Wait. What was there about organic? Repels organic threats, the sonic module. You know what? If it's not gonna work with me, then I'll be forced to draw my own plan. So how does a sonic work? Let's see, help sonic. Activate a sonic pulse that repels organic threats. Drive organic threats from room. Requires drone to be stationary. Okay, so it's sonic on, sonic off. So if this one really doesn't want to work with me, then at least I can use the sonic to drive him away, so I can move over to grab stuff and things I want. Of course my manual drone went blind. Why wouldn't my manual? Oh man. I don't... This is just so close yet so far. If something goes wrong, everything goes wrong. So why is this? Or is this a bug with Pride, that if you have Pride open a door, that the AI doesn't update to reflect that it can actually move through, because I didn't use the normal methods. Right. So the thing is, if I can't see what Spooky is doing, it's going to be very hard to manually navigate close to another drone for swapping. Or can I tell swap to do something with someone else? No, swap is just swap. Swap. Source item, target drone. Okay. Hey, we have vision again. So 3, and then we have Sonic on. Alright. Exit. We lost 4 drones. With everything. Well, the upside is I have a bunch of scrap. I have a couple of spare drones. So I might be able to craft some of the fundamental things and see how far I can get with that. But things look bleak. They look really freaking bleak. Right, so let's go to the drone config. So we have Tommy now. We have Abby. And we have Robbie. Tommy actually has health, the other ones don't. We have a motion, we have a sensor. We have the Sonic that turned out to be not really useful. Or maybe you need to just set it up as a turret instead of something that's you can use as a reflex. So Sonic, bye bye. I don't like you anymore. Hey, so because the nice thing is here, you can create stuff. Oh, also just make sure, give you 10 health, give you 10 health, then at least they will live. So we can make a gather, generator, and a tow module. We need all 3. So gather, generator, and a tow. Actually, tow is it's nice to have, but not strictly required. Right, so we have modules now. Let's first make sure that. So let's see. You are going to be the generator drone. You are going to be the scout drone. And you are going to be the sensor drone. So I can't work with interfaces now. To do that, I need to plunder a drone that has an interface module. That's going to be a problem. Because that also means I can't use turrets, the turrets present on the ship as a form of defense. So that means I'm more vulnerable now than I was before, but I am not yet defeated. So, unfortunately, Operation Let's Save 3 Drones turned out to end with Operation I just lost all my active drones. So, well, it's gonna be interesting, exciting, however you want to name it. So next episode we'll see if I will lose all of my drones or if I slowly manage to climb out of my setback. Let's call it a setback. Let's not call it an utter devastating loss. Let's call it a setback. So see you again next time. Bye bye.